Well, hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to more 2005. It's the guy.
So you or me?
I literally don't know.
Okay. Hi, I'm Puddy. We're almost at the end of 05 here.
We are
Three
almost
shows
at the end
left
of 05.
after this.
It's kind of weird. Like 05 is just like, boom, it's gone. It's over. Almost.
Yeah, we
quickly.
got a lot done in May.
We did. May was one hell of a month.
Yeah.
But here we are. We're back, finally. Eventually.
I mean, YouTube won't have felt much of a gap.
No, but that's fair, actually. But, yeah.
Yeah. But yes, we have taken a big gap in streaming. Completely on me. I almost died. That's how it felt anyway. And yeah, I'm still dying, so who knows when the next pay-per-view will be. Although it's pretty soon. So, in theory, it could be out soon, because it's like 2 weeks from now. But we've got, enough about me dying. We've got no mercy here. A hell of a title match.
I'm looking at myself there in the camera. It's so funny. You can see, like, a pizza box on top of a whole bunch of dirty clothes, and you can see a recycling bin that's literally overflowed to, like, that's like bottles on the ground. You can just see. I love it. I look like I just live in a hole. I love it.
That's one of the benefits of this week, is there's no fucking bottles around anymore. So that's good. But do you also have your pizza on a cake?
I wish.
Okay, cool.
So, for anybody wondering, I'm talking about a biscuit. Puddy calls it cake. We cannot find the cultural divide. We can't bridge it. Many things will bridge, but this will not. So we're here with No Mercy 2005. This is a SmackDown branded event. We are in Portland, Oregon, in the Oregon Gardens, where we're gonna wrestle in the gardens.
Hell yeah, dude!
Like a bunch of. Actually, don't know what that word means.
Last year's show was kind of shit, huh?
Little bit. I think this was the show where, yeah,
four-way, right?
Yeah, it just bombed because like I don't remember why.
I think none of these people had sight. No, that can't be it.
No, because Ray's in here. Ray can work.
There was some sort of penalty on that.
I think it's he can't sell. He can't sell. He can't sell. I think historically that's the triple. The triple whammy.
But Rey Mysterio's there.
I know, right? He should make up for it, but no, unfortunately, no.
He can do all the selling for all the people.
Literally. All right. You can hear Puddy literally dying over there. We weren't bamboozling anybody. Legitimate death attempt over there. Death attempt.
My head
failed.
Exploded.
Oh, cool.
I was sleeping for like 3 days last week. It was not pretty.
Are you ready to get into the show?
Absolutely.
Yeah,
let's go.
Let's do it. We're gonna ignore that. Don't worry about it, chat. Then now, when we run it.
What do we have to ignore? Sorry.
Nothing.
Oh, it's the yellow
bar.
ISIS.
Yeah. It's fine.
Yeah.
It's fine.
The world is watching.
Then, now, probably not forever.
Oh, we should talk about right here because he's probably in this video. We should talk about Shelton Benjamin.
Probably. There's a chance that Shelton Benjamin is currently the World Heavyweight Champion. And when I mean a chance, I mean, no, he beat Batista. He's the World Heavyweight Champion.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. Big moment for big
Shelt.
Yeah, not Dave. But yeah. Tonight, Shelton Benjamin faces a challenge. I'm like, is it his greatest challenge? I don't know. Is Batista harder to beat than Eddie? They're two very different beasts, but either which way, Eddie Guerrero is the World Heavyweight Championship's #1 contender, and tonight, the two of them will go at it.
Yeah, I mean, we're going to talk a lot about this matchup throughout the night, but this is going to be a tight-fought match between two world champions. Eddie was world champion last year with that very belt, They are two people arguably at their prime, great professional wrestlers. It's going to be a huge match. We saw those two compete last time we brought you a SmackDown exclusive pay-per-view, the Great American Bash, in a no-ropes match. But so much has changed since then that you could hardly call these two men the same men that fought then.
We see the rundown of Eddie Guerrero. We see him betraying his family. We see him becoming number one contender. And we see him possibly tonight taking that belt. All with no mercy. 2005. The pyro goes off. Michael Cole and Taz are here to commentate. There are also some other individuals sitting at another table that we do not like to discuss.
And Cole, tonight we're going to kick things off with a real blood match. These two people, they really hate each other. Tell us why, Cole.
Well, Ken Kennedy, to put it bluntly, is a piece of shit.
True. Well, that's from a certain perspective.
I understand that, but Ken Kennedy's a piece of shit, so I don't care about his perspective.
Okay.
Ken Kennedy has been engaging in acts with Booker T's ex-wife, Sharmell.
Ex-wife?
It's true. But however,
She's a free woman.
Ken Kennedy has been flaunting this in the face of Booker T. He's brought her to shows.
But because he works here.
I mean, if I was in Booker T's position, I would also want to beat the shit out of Ken Kennedy.
Okay.
And that's where we are tonight.
Stevie Ray's also here.
Yeah.
Ken Kennedy is also making friends with him, which I admit, a bit suspicious.
That is a bit weird. Yeah, that is where it might verge into.
Stevie Ray went a bit too far in his retaliation of the situation.
Yeah, Stevie Ray might have done an American classic here in WWE, and he may or may not have attempted to seduce Ken Kennedy's mother.
And much like the Shelton Benjamin thing, that may or may not is more of a certainty than Tucker is letting on.
Yeah. Anyway, so what you're about to see is Booker T beating the piss out of him. Here we go. Booker T beats the piss out of Ken Kennedy and hits him with a bookend.
But it's not the bookend.
It's not the bookend. Not at all, no. This is a big brawly match, and afterwards they just keep fucking brawling.
There's Stevie Ray.
Yeah, Ken Kennedy, at some point, hits Stevie Ray, who's no longer an active competitor, so naturally Stevie Ray he's lost all the tolerance to blows that you get being a week-to-week wrestler, meaning that when Ken Kennedy hits Stevie crumples like a pile of bricks. And then Kennedy and Sharmell escape, but Sharmell looks on in some horror. I mean, is Stevie alright?
He's not a wrestler.
He's not a wrestler.
He did fuck my mother-in-law.
We'll get to that. Wow. Jesus Christ, Bob, what the fuck? My god, alright. Randy Orton is backstage in his locker room. He's getting ready for his match later on tonight against Chavo Guerrero. When there is a knock on his door, he opens it. Oh my god, it's Bob Orton.
Hey, champ. How's it going?
Yeah, Bob Orton asks Randy Orton what he's doing tonight. And Orton's like, beating Chavo Guerrero. And
I think.
Yeah, Cowboy Bob's like, no, kid, you're misunderstanding me. What are you doing tonight? What are you doing? Orton's like, beating Chavo Guerrero. Bob Orton's like, no. Why would you spend your time targeting this Guerrero?
Dad, I don't think that's an appropriate way of saying that.
When you could go after somebody who matters. Randy? I mean, shit, I had to hear all about this Legend Killer shit, and here you are on your first SmackDown pay-per-view, and you're fighting who? And Randy Orton's like, Chavo Guerrero. Bob cuts off. No. Who? In the grand scheme of things, son, That boy don't mean nothing. Now come here, let me...
A legendary family like us.
And Bob's like, well, see, that's the difference between a Senior Guerrero and Chavo and the difference between me and you. I am a legend. And you're one in the making. But, well, some Guerreros are legends I don't know about. Chavo. Anyways, here, let me whisper in your ear a bit, and then we'll fade away as the whispering occurs.
Why is it a gimmicky cartoon gimmick?
Because he's a fucking cowboy.
Yeah, but I feel like this version is more just Randy Orton's dad.
Yeah, I felt like we set his gimmick to be Randy Orton's dad at some point. I think I did that. What the hell? It's weird. Alright, whatever though. Not like it fucking matters. You talk about our main event.
Me?
Yeah, you.
Okay, well, it's a big title tilt. Two men in the prime of their careers, two former or current world champions, two people with legitimate wrestling backgrounds. A style clash, if you will. Eddie Guerrero, a high-flying superstar. Man of the people, turned his back on the people, fighting Shelton Benjamin, a wrestler, a grappler, an all-American. Kurt Angle in his corner. It's going to be a hell of a fight, Cole. I think it's good.
Amazing.
Oh, amazing.
And we get highlights here. The first time these two went toe-to-toe on a Raw last year.
They've come a long way.
They have come a long way.
Oh, this was during they were both in the World Heavyweight Championship contention all the way back then.
All chasing Randy Orton.
Yeah. This occurs.
This occurs. There's a lot of shit going on here.
Flippy boys.
Flippy boys. What the hell's handle changes?
Oh
yeah.
Him face.
Oh yeah. Well, we'll wait
Let's
on
just
that.
turn him. Let's just turn him because
Sure, right on. Hey, everybody loves him.
Everybody's forgotten about the Big Show.
Dude, he got bum rushed by the fucking Italians. Everybody's just like, oh man, we empathize with him now.
He's a pirate.
He's a damn pirate. But yes, the FBI retained their Cruiserweight tag belts.
Which they won on SmackDown. Don't worry about it. Did you really ask? I didn't think so.
I'm about to say, you didn't ask. You're just here for the bangers. We got the sights of Portland.
You know, Cole, there's a really good meat shop in downtown Oregon.
Right.
You should check it out.
Wherever downtown Oregon is. We see Mysterio in their locker room. They're challenging tonight for the... I almost said Cruiserweight. Jesus Christ. For the Tag Team Championships. The WWE Tag Team Championships. What do they talk about?
Well, Ray is wrapping up his knee, and Dave's like, "Why are you doing that?" And Ray's like, "Because my knee hurts, and people tend to target it." And Dave's like, "Well, maybe you shouldn't wrap it up so people don't know." And then Ray's like, "That's genius, Dave." And he starts unwrapping it, and Dave's like, "Yes, I am smart."
Smart guy, I am. Skipper is being interviewed by Joy. She asks him about his career so far in the WWE. You know, he's already been a one-time Cruiserweight Tag Team Champion. What's next for Skipper? You know, I mean, his tag team partner, he's somewhere around here, and we don't know where the hell Miggy is at the moment, but, you know, what's up with you, Elix? And Elix starts talking a little bit about how he only sees things going up for Showtime. You know what I mean? It's the bright lights that he strives off of. The bigger the stage, the bigger the performance. And Kid Cash comes around and says that sounds like something that a Class A choker would say. You know, Skipper looks quite offended at this, at the assumption that he would choke in a big moment. Kid Cash says, "Let's be honest, Elix, you're small time. You're no proper Cruiserweight wrestler. You stay with you go find your partner and you stick around in that tag team division while the real men like me and Gregory Helms battle it out for the Cruiserweight Championship. And Skipper is like, you know what? Fuck you. I want to fight you Friday. Punk. There you go. We did it. There's a match booked in.
I like it. I did like that promo. It was good stuff.
Thank you. There's a match. I'm next. I think it's the U.S. Championship, is it not?
It might be. Probably is.
It is. Let's go. So yeah, Edge here is going to beat Carlito. Carlito asked for a United States Championship match from Teddy Long. Teddy Long said he must prove himself, so Carlito, I believe he ended up tap dancing or something like that in order to prove himself, and Teddy Long was very confused. He's like, this is not Raw play, this is SmackDown. You just gotta beat somebody, Holmes. I don't know what.
And he wheeled out a pair of Japanese men.
And Carlito won. He beat him.
He did. Yeah.
Which is why he's here. But ultimately he will lose, because Edge is a dirty bastard. And he uses his Money in the Bank briefcase. He opens it slightly and closes it on parts of Carlito's frilly-ass, frizzy afro hair. And then he pulls on it. What a disgusting son of a bitch, honestly. And the referee finally breaks him up and regains control, and he does his best to get the briefcase out of Carlito's hair without hurting him too badly. But while the referee's attention is turned, Edge is gonna kick him in the dick and plant him with a DDT and win.
What a bastard.
What a son of a bitch.
What happened to the Edge that was my favorite American wrestler?
He was a true American hero for a little bit there, honestly. I have no idea what happened.
Jesus. I mean, it's a year on from TLC, I believe. And we're looking at a very different Edge.
It's true.
And quite frankly, I don't like this Edge.
No, I don't like it either. I wish he would go away.
Me too. Maybe somewhere else.
Dave Finlay throws potatoes at the camera and says, "You better buy some feckin' merch, you feckin' feckers, or I'm gonna shove my feckin' shillelagh up your tiny little arsehole." And there you go. Merch sales through the roof.
Nobody wants to get a shillelagh shoved through their
Nobody does. No, nobody does. Chavo Guerrero makes his way to the ring to battle Randy Orton. And Randy Orton doesn't come out. And Chavo's like, I knew this would fucking happen. I should have seen this coming, honestly. Like, he literally did this to me on Friday. I should have just known this happened. What the fuck? What the fuck?
What an asshole.
And Chavo asked the referee maybe if he could start the count, but the ref's just like, just go home.
Just go home.
Just go home,
Chavo.
Chavo's like, walks away, head down. The Charlie Brown music plays.
I should have stayed on the damn ranch.
Do 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 do. As he slowly head down, walks to the back. No action for Chavo.
The name of his memoirs.
Taz says, "Well, that was awkward. I feel bad for my friend Chavo. However, I got a big ol' sit down with Linda McMahon." Linda, what the hell even is a census?
Well, you see, Taz, every few years, we need to get a check on the information of the populace in order to make important policy decisions. And so we need to know where people live and their ages, various things like that. And so it's really a good policy-making tool. And if you engage with it, it makes the running of government a lot easier. It really makes them work for you.
Well, you know what? I think that sounds good. Back to you, Taz. Thank you, Taz. Hey!
Hey!
New tag champs. So yeah, pretty classic American tag team style. We're gonna get Ray in the ring. The Bashams are gonna target him for most of the match. Big hot tag into Dave. Dave's gonna run through them all. Big Batista bomb to Doug. 1, 2, 3. New tag champs.
Hey. I think after the big hot tag, Dave pins, I guess it's Batista getting the win, but like Ray's gonna have a senton in there during the Batista bomb. Maybe Dave can chuck Ray on top of him or something like that.
Ooh,
spot. Like,
yeah, but Dave can cover Mysterio, and then Mysterio can like jump on top of Dave, and they can both pin him, and it's like, hey,
yeah,
we're friends, we're doing cool things together.
true. But it's not gay.
No, not at all. No, totally normal. Just two normal dudes, just doing normal dude things. That's all.
In their underwear, yeah.
Maybe, yeah, but like, I mean, Ray's wearing pants and a mask.
Sweating it out. You know, if you're into the kind of mask thing, I'm not going to judge.
It's fair. Oh man, we get an ad for What a Rush beer. The only beer of the Road Warriors.
Ooh, what a rush.
Michael Cole and Taz continue to discuss how absolutely tremendous this main event should be tonight.
I really hope it delivers.
A little bit.
We've done a lot of hyping for it.
Yeah, a little bit. Especially considering now we see them fighting on SmackDown for the first time.
And here we're seeing Eddie Guerrero's Warrior Soul, the live cheating and stealing, as he gets this victory using underhanded tactics. Is that going to happen tonight?
Who knows? You gotta know, but you know what I mean? Like, on a week-to-week basis, right? You've seen it on Raw now, you've seen it on SmackDown. Shelton Benjamin cannot completely plan on who his opponent might be. You know what I mean? You can sometimes show up to a wrestling TV show and you're just suddenly working that night. You know what I mean? You've got an opponent, you've got to figure it out, and that's truly what makes great television wrestlers. But the mark of a great pay-per-view wrestler, it's a little bit different. Because you, to some degree, know your opponent. You know what's coming in here. And Shelton Benjamin's ability to game plan tonight, his ability to recognize that Eddie Guerrero will likely attempt to both lie and cheat. Stealing would be more difficult, but you could see how it might play in, so maybe all three. But Shelton has to be better than that. It's, you know what Eddie's going to bring if you're Shelton Benjamin. It's up to you to figure out how you can withstand that.
I just can't wait, Cole.
We get a lack of anything interesting happening.
Oh, yeah. I guess this was too long to be star quality, did you say that?
Yeah. Yeah, JBL and Taker. They're next. We see highlights of their... What the hell happened in this outside of the graveyard angle? It's just the graveyard angle.
So, we kick things off with Taker coming out and calling out JBL, because they have some old business. They fought throughout the winter, and the last time these two came face-to-face was in the last Ride match, where JBL, using the power of Chris Jericho, managed to put Undertaker away. Now Taker's dealt with WCW. It's dead. It's gone. We're never going to hear about WCW ever again. Now he can focus on settling old scores, and JBL is one of those old scores. The Undertaker went to JBL's mansion, the JBL Capitol building, and stole his hat. This infuriated JBL, because he realized Taker was jealous because Taker's hat's not as good or something like that. And in order to find his hat, he had to go to the graveyard. And what happened to the graveyard, Tucker?
Possibly one of the greatest wrestling angles I've ever had the pleasure of booking. JBL initially, he saw all these graves of different people that the Undertaker had beaten. Also saw some other weird graves, like, pretty sure Mortis's grave was there.
Mortis?
There was the Undertaker's grave that Kane buried him in, that had like been broken through. You can see where the Undertaker came back to life, and it all led him to a grave that said John Bradshaw Layfield, 1960 whatever to No Mercy 2005. JBL's like, no, and now we're here. There was some extra brawling in there too. I think they might have fought actually in the graveyard. I think Taker might have like...
There was also a minor angle where JBL and Undertaker united in their hatred of Italians.
Yeah, they battered some Italians. But I mean, everybody hates Italians, so that's okay.
It's true.
Moving on, here we go. The big match. Nice, boys. Nice.
Hey, that's really good.
Yep. JBL beats The Undertaker by pinfall with a clothesline from hell. Oh, wait a minute. The hell's Randy Orton?
Oh my god.
Oh my god, indeed. So
That's
yeah,
vintage Orton.
Randy Orton comes out and helps JBL beat the Undertaker. What allegiance does Randy Orton have with JBL? JBL's thinking the exact same thing until he realizes, oh, this isn't a. We're not. Oh, we're not. You just.
I'm gonna leave.
Yeah, I'll get out of here. You just do your thing. All right, peace. He just thumbs up. See you, buddy. Yeah, and the Undertaker struggles back to his feet after that vicious clothesline from hell, only to get dropped once again with an RKO.
And then Orton gets on the turnbuckle, strikes the Orton pose. Some sparklers drop.
The golden shower comes down behind him, all over the Undertaker.
Oh no.
We see Shelton Benjamin and Eddie Guerrero fighting at the Great American Bash in the no ropes match.
Yeah, which Taz specifies to his point earlier that when Shelton had not only the chance to prepare for Eddie, but the chance to rig the game in his favor, he did so successfully. So Shelton clearly knows about Eddie Guerrero. It's whether or not he can put that knowledge to use in tonight's main event.
Hell yeah. We have to tail the tape for Greg Helms and Paul London for the Cruiserweight Championship.
Taz is all over the show. This is the Taz show.
It's the Taz show. All right. You ready to do the big match?
The Cruiserweight title match?
Yep, the big Cruiserweight title match. Yup, let's go, boys. Let's go, boys.
You said it would be a big match.
But then
although the crowd were not buzzing for this one.
Dude, they're just doing so many flips, they couldn't keep up. That's what was wrong with it.
Yeah, it was supposed to be a breather match, Tucker.
What? Yeah, Greg Helms wins with an Eye of the Hurricane.
Hell yeah.
We'll eventually change that. The Nightmare on Helm Street, but not now.
He's still referencing his old life.
Yeah. He still remembers the hurricane. But the memory fades slightly every day. And afterwards, the two of them show respect for each other. We have a strong Cruiserweight division here, built on the mutual respect between competitors, and they shake of hands.
A shake of the hand.
Shake of hands. Shake of hands.
Damn Italians
and
influencing our product.
They shake of hands. And now, it's time for your Snickers main event. Oh, but first, Randy Orton is the survivor.
You see, will he survive The Undertaker's wrath? Find out on SmackDown.
Jamie Noble enters Teddy Long's office. He says, "What the Teddy? Where you? I didn't see you all night, Teddy. Where you been?" So he's like, "I've been."
Hello, player. It's been a nice, quiet night for the general manager, and I get to sit down and enjoy the main event with the rest of you. Who's your money on, Jamie?
Jamie Noble tears up a little bit and says, "How dare you say that to me? You know I ain't got no. Jamie? You know I ain't got no money. How you do this to me, Teddy? How'd you do this?" Jamie leaves, crying.
Well, now I got the office to myself for the main event too.
I'm gonna say Teddy's just like, "Don't know what that shit was about. Holla holla." I'm definitely paying my workers.
True. I don't know what he's spending it on.
His cousins. And here we go. The final video package highlighting Eddie Guerrero becoming number one contender, and then the Rocky contract sign that they had, in which Eddie and Kurt really.
Hey, wait, are you on the video package right now?
Yeah.
Uh-oh. Could you restart the screen share for me if that's not a problem?
Sure. Why? What's up?
It's just frozen. It's still on Teddy and Jamie.
Oh. Strange. Is that any better? Did that change anything?
No, and the screen share didn't stop and restart for me.
It shows Eddie on the preview. Okay, this is weird.
Oh no! Oh, I got it now. It switched over now.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
Yeah, move your mouse though, so I know if it's actually, yeah, you're good. You're good.
Cool.
You're good.
Right on. Yes.
Well, yeah, Eddie basically didn't become number one contender. He announced himself number one contender.
I thought he definitely won something.
I'm not sure he did. I'm pretty sure he showed up and beat up Shelton Benjamin. Oh, I think he did go one-on-one with the Undertaker.
Yeah, which to me was like it was not an official number one contenders thing, but to me it was like he had proved himself. Like, yeah, no, he should be in this conversation. And then
I forgot about that. JBL did interfere in that match, but I mean, a win's a win.
Yeah, and yeah, so in our contract signing, we get the stuff between Eddie and Kurt, where Eddie said that he wasn't as much worried about Shelton as much as he was worried about Kurt Angle at ringside, because he knows where the true brains of this whole operation is. You ready to do it?
I think so.
Cool. Nice work, boys. Nice work. Fucking Michael Cole.
Don't blame Michael Cole.
Vintage Shelton Benjamin.
All right, so the end of the match, Shelton's got Eddie beat. Big T-bone. 1, 2, and then Kurt Angle drags the referee out of the ring. Gasps ring out throughout the arena. Shelton's on the edge of the ring, looking down on Kurt, who does look conflicted. In all fairness, he looks a little disgusted. And Shelton's like, "What the hell, coach? What the hell?" And as he is distracted, Eddie will low blow him from behind, rolling Shelton up into a cradle, a nice clean cradle, clearly showing off Eddie's skills after he's low blowed the fuck out of Shelton. Kurt will push Charles Robinson into the ring. We get the slow count as Taz is like, "No, Cole, he can't just steal the title like this." But he does. 2 times.
2 time. Eddie Guerrero is world champion. Who are we talking to?
I feel like one of the Cruiserweight guys deserves a compliment.
Probably Greg. Still the champ. Bearer of the Cruiserweight crown.
Mm-hmm. I wasn't too impressed with anybody else tonight, if I'm being honest.
No, not tremendously. JBL Taker did pretty well.
Yeah.
But probably not enough to mention anything. Same thing with Eddie Shelton. Probably not enough to mention it. Booker did do a little bit of a hard carry on Kennedy, so I'll give him a compliment. And got anybody else we could?
Taz.
Oh yeah, Taz worked real hard tonight. You know what? I'm gonna give Taz a hug.
I think this is good.
Come here, Taz. Come here. Hug that little munchkin. He seems pleased about the whole thing. It's like, nice. Getting hugged. Quickly throw up our credits real quick.
Absolutely.
Our one credit part of this still.
Yeah. Head over to our Patreon.
Yeah, so no, you go ahead. You can shill it if you want.
Yeah, sure. I mean, usual stuff. If you sign up, we usually take I've realized, actually, we can check the history of when people were pledged, which is nice. But it doesn't change the way we do it, which is you need to be pledged for a specific show. And also, I've realized that your payment can get declined at the end of the month. That happened this month. So if you want to getting onto the credits, you still only have to pledge for one show, but we're not going to add you until the end of the month when all of the payments go through. But you still only have to be on for one show, though, so don't worry about being on for all of the shows of a particular month.
Yeah.
I think that's all of the updates.
Yeah, you just have to sub for one of the shows at the high tier. If you want to get on those. There's also a shout-out tier.
Yeah, which is usually going to be a random person from that tier or above, but since nobody's in it right now, basically if you sub, you get the shout-out for the next show, so.
All right. Yeah. We got anything else to say, else to add?
Yeah, sorry if I'm a little bit more incoherent today. I am still a little out of it. Hopefully, for Taboo Tuesday, I can be a bit more present, and hopefully, I don't slow the series down too much more. Thanks for putting up with me, Tucker, and we'll see you soon, I guess.
Yeah, sure, sounds good. For myself, for Puddy's half consciousness, for our lovely man here, Taz, and for viewers like you. What the fuck? I wanted to do like a PBS reference, and I just settled with the people. This product was made by viewers. You know what? I'm just gonna hit the video. Bye. I'll see you at Survivor Series, I guess.